So you've lived through it,
Mm-hmm.
and I say that and mean that. It's definitely a adventure. So maybe talk about some of the things that surprised you along the way.
Yeah, so our industry is not huge in terms of companies in comprising the industry. It's a fairly large industry in terms of dollars, but in terms of companies producing the products, there's not that many. They're all very well known. There's a handful of vendors. Everybody shares everything, right? Mm-hmm. So going into the transaction or even the concept of this transaction, we thought the diligence should be straightforward. We thought, okay, look, we're obviously going to be either merging or selling to a company in our industry that's doing more or less the exact same thing we are. So we thought, okay, they're going to come in here, they're going to understand like 95% of what's going on. So we're going to have to, get our act together on the other 5% and then we'll have a deal. It turns out there's much more to it than that. And thankfully you were able to educate us and drive that entire process. My estimate, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that we probably created 5,000 documents for this transaction.
That wouldn't surprise me if it was in that range.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal amount of paperwork. And, what you brought to the table through the process was the detail, the level of detail. Every Monday at 11 o'clock, we had our weekly call, right, to talk about what we knocked out the week before and what we had to do this week. And every single one of those phone calls was at least 3 or 4 pages, single-spaced bullet point items. I mean, it was like the worst group project you can imagine in college.
Yeah, because it's a great analogy actually, because you're working with people that you don't control, right? It's like a true college project where it's your classmate, and they maybe don't care if you get a C and you want an A, and it's you can't get them to put an A effort in because you want an A effort in. And so you're dealing with buyers and their staff and their attorneys and their advisors, and you don't know where you fall on their priority list on a particular day, and and you're trying to get them to do things that are critical in order to move